done is we took some measures, we reinvented our business model, and in the last 20 years or so, from that minus 40, today we are somewhere close to about 800 crore plus. Okay. Our NPA, which was 75%, is now less than 0.75%. So we took a lot of measures, we had to do a lot of hard work, and from there we are here today. So what we have done is now we have rededicated our activities because we had to reinvent our business model. Like earlier model, we called it EDC 1.0. That was for the first 30 years. The next 20 years that were there, we called it EDC 2.0. And now we are looking, because today the technology and the way the banking is supposed to be done is likely to change. So we have a new team. And because all our seniors, including me, in the next 1 or 2 years, we will not be in EDC. So the new team is coming up. So we have prepared the new team for that EDC 3.0. So going forward, they will have to do the business in a different fashion. But nevertheless, all of you would be interacting with them. So we have our team which is ready to go about doing this. Now, EDC basically in the last 50 years has contributed to Goa's economy in different fashions. So the one is the MSME finance, the second one is infrastructure development, and the third one is we have recently restarted it again, and that is entrepreneurship. So I will touch a little bit upon all these things. So this would make it interesting for you. The third one would be more interesting, the second and third, first and third rather. So the first one is industrial finance that we provide. There is no cheaper finance to industries on most counts other than EDC. What I mean by that is if someone wants to set up a MSME unit up to 25 lakhs, the government schemes, we operate two government schemes. One is known as the Chief Minister's Rojgar Yojana, and another one is for the tribal brothers. This is called a Goa Tribal Employment Generation Program. So in the first scheme, what we do is we provide finance at 2%, and this is the key takeaway of that scheme. So at 2% finance, except for liquor and tobacco, you can do any business activity under that scheme. So up to 25 lakhs, if there are anyone who requires this sort of finance. Now earlier, there's another one caveat. I'll just share this. Earlier there was a caveat that those of you who were in business couldn't get this, and 10 lakhs was the limit for the income. So last year what we have done is we have reinvented this scheme, and we have done away with all the limitations. The Honorable CM requested us to make it very simple, because the earlier scheme that was the directions of the government, there were limits. So we have done away with all the limitations that are there, and today even the existing businessmen, the income is not a limit. So everyone and anyone can get finance in this for their business activities up to 25 lakhs. Now going above that, we have other term loan schemes wherein we provide term loan finance, and if it's a Goan, you get 2% rebate. If it's a woman, you get another 2%. So if you employ more than 20 Goans, you get another 2%, and if you are in the backward talukas, you get 5% rebate on our interest rate. Now this 5% is basically for those talukas, just to make it easy, is those talukas which are touching Maharashtra and Karnataka. The outside, like Goa, there is nothing like backward taluka, because Goa is a smaller district than Maharashtra and Karnataka. So these are the things, but we have just want the businesses to go to the outer side. So that's why we have done this. So under the ST scheme, what we have done is the government provides 40%. All the things remain same as the CMRY, but we provide another 40% subsidy for that. They don't have to pay back 40% of the capital amount that they do. So these are the two popular schemes that we operate along with the term loan. On the infrastructure front, the infrastructure that the Pato project that we are today sitting in was developed by us in 80s, and recently in 2019 we have handed over to the municipality. So otherwise we were managing this Pato project till then. So this Pato is one of our development that we have done in the past. And in addition, what we have done is we have financed most of the industrial projects all over Goa through the government corporations, the government funding that we have provided for the projects. So most of the infrastructure projects in Goa have been funded by us, and the industrial finance that we have extended. So Goa's GDP contribution, we have played a vital role, and even in the generation of employment. So now the next part that is there is what we realized is along with the financing, we felt that our contribution for supporting the entrepreneurial ecosystem was vital. So last year we took out another initiative after talking to the CM's office. The Honorable CM wrote to the Gujarat government. He requested Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, which is the apex institution in the country today, with almost about 4 decades of experience. So they have come here, they have set up a center in EDC House. So what we do here is the young entrepreneurs who are there, who require guidance, because most of the entrepreneurs are either engineers or with different backgrounds, and they are good in that particular areas. But for entrepreneurship, you require little bit knowledge about all the other things as well, the finance, the legal, the marketing, the other aspects of entrepreneurship. So this course that we have had elaborate discussions with our ABI, and we have curated a program. So in this program, we have a half-day program or a one-day program which is conducted by them as awareness programs. So these are normally conducted to make the people aware of the entrepreneurship opportunities that are there. And then we have a 3-day program which is curated in such a fashion that it addresses those aspects of entrepreneurs which they are actually facing. So in the 3-day program, in the first session, they tell you about entrepreneurship, how you go about becoming an entrepreneur. In that, the participants are exposed to something called as a psychometry test. Now this psychometry test is basically to understand each one of us have different attributes. So these attributes are important in entrepreneurship. Someone might be good in marketing, someone might be good in talking, someone might be good in technically. So there are different attributes that are there. So these attributes are brought out by those psychometry tests, and you come to know about your where you stand. Now, if you're weak in something, doesn't mean that you're good for nothing. It's only at that particular point of time, that's your score that is there. So you can take measures how to improve that progressively. So another 1 month, 2 months, 5 months down the line, once you go through that, you improve the score and you improve your qualities. And that's what helps you in entrepreneurship in your business activity. So this one program that is there, then there is finance, then there is legal, and we have curated that course in such a fashion that we have told our faculty that the finance part has to be in such a fashion that what's needed for the entrepreneurs, not to show the faculty's knowledge. Okay, so the sessions are in such a fashion that the legal person comes and gives only that much knowledge so that he doesn't become an advocate, he remains an entrepreneur. So we have done it in such a fashion, and I think these programs are well accepted. We have had we have just started about 6 months, we started in November. So almost about 10-15 three-day programs that have been completed. Almost 600-700 entrepreneurs we have covered. Now what we have done, though it doesn't relate to you, but many of you might have your friends or children or something like that. So what we have done is, we have gone a little bit deeper into this, and we have realized that the Goan entrepreneur ecosystem comprises of 2 things that are there. So one, we have an education system. So there are people in the education system who are going to come into the entrepreneurial ecosystem, and there are people who have passed out of the education mechanism and come into the entrepreneurial system. So we have addressed this part now. So now in the next phase, this year onwards, we have decided that we are going to all the colleges. So I had a meeting last week with the Director of Education. So it's the technical education, higher education, the skilling, all the departments. And what we have done is, we are tying up with all the education institutions to have these entrepreneurship programs in the colleges itself. The reason behind this is what we realized, the government or the ecosystem that is there presently for the students provides them education, provides them skilling, and we provide them cheaper finance. But the main aspect that is required for entrepreneurship is entrepreneurial education. That was not part of it. To some extent, you had some subjects on entrepreneurship, but then the student goes about just to get those marks. And once they get the degree in hand, the parents and children, once the children enter the education system, feel that yes, he should get a degree. And once he gets the degree and comes out on that day, then they think that the government has to give them the job and the private sector has to give them the job. And even the entrepreneurs that are there, who are there in the education system, some of them are students are quite entrepreneurial mindset. There is no support for them. So this 3-day program, we are trying to make it compulsory in all the colleges, so that all the children who are there, the youth that are there in the colleges are exposed to that entrepreneurial mechanisms that are there. We make them think like entrepreneurs, and when they come out of the education system, even if some of them don't become entrepreneurs, their mindset would be that of an entrepreneur, because when they work for the private sector or the government, they would think and work like an entrepreneur. So we are taking this initiative, and with that initiative what we have done is we are to fast track that. Rather than we going and doing awareness programs, we are picking up two professors, faculty from the colleges. So the government has provided for funding for this budget, and we are tying up with the institutions, and we are taking about 200 professors this year for training them on entrepreneurial education, because we have students who want to become entrepreneurs and start up in the colleges, but the professors have to know about it. So we are training them as well. So they provide them the basic knowledge, and they ask them to come to our programs. So then this 3-day, and we have an advanced program which is there for another 5 days. So if someone is going for setting up a bigger industry, we have another program. So with this and 1 year's hand-holding, we provide free of cost to the entrepreneurs. And of course, so with this, we'll have the education, we'll have the skilling, we'll have the entrepreneurial education and cheaper finance. I think entrepreneurs can't ask more than that. The rest is up to them to go about and do about the entrepreneurship. Okay, so I think these measures would help the entrepreneurs and would help the ecosystem, and it's a government's initiative, and I think it will do a lot of good to all of us. So I thank you for a patient hearing, and I think I've covered most of the EDC activities, and I wish you a good evening.
Thank you. Well, as an MC, my job is to be a Sutra Sanchalak. That means the thread between it all. I have a question. Bringing to account these two gentlemen who are extremely important in the business economy of Goa, I have a question for you. Okay? This is my question for you. How many of you have given newspaper ads for your business ever in your lifetime? Raise your hand. Okay. A newspaper ad of any kind. You want a candidate, you want something. Newspaper, proudly show your hands, please. I have not. Can you see that number in the room? Okay. How many of you have promoted your business on Instagram? Show of hands. Can you see how that number has changed? If you had asked the same question 10 years ago, this would be different. Can I tell you something? This is going to change again. And I'll tell you why. As of today, if you go on Google today, Google is no longer SEO generated. How many of you know the word SEO? Search Engine Optimization. You want your business to be seen, you would put the right words and it would show. Now it is AI based. Now the solution to that is this. If your organization needs to show up, Sir goes and says, I want a newspaper seller in Salset Taluka. Usually what we would do before is we would go ahead and having fed all the SEOs, right? Now the AI is only going to search if you are prominent in different places and then show it to Sir. Am I making a little bit of sense? Very soon, 10 years down the lane, people will not raise your hands only for Instagram ads. Newspaper will go. It is about how many places you are present. Can the AI see you in different places, and then it will show up. And hence, you today may not say that you need Goa Chamber of Commerce, but the word you need to go there for is association. Your association with GCCI will make you more prominent, not today, but for when the newspaper of Instagram goes out of date. And when you need to associate with EDC, because the people who did not promote on Instagram and who are only still doing it on newspaper are losing out on business, right? Am I making sense? Yes, no, maybe? They are, right? Okay, so the two gentlemen over here are talking about association, education and growth. Do shake their hands before you leave. Please make sure you share a contact, you get to know more about GCCI and EDC. My God, this room could do with a little bit more life. Okay, a little bit more life. Okay, not with a clap, but I think just for us to see that how life changes, right? Would you have thought that 10 years ago any businessman would have said, you know, we're not going to give newspaper ads. Money was allocated for newspaper ads, right? Yes? And today, look at it. We're a room full of people with so much of business to do, and we don't think newspaper ads anymore. Think about it. Moving on about SearchKar. That is why SearchKar is here. It's another platform where your organization gets visibility. Important. Coming back to the people in this room and to elevating your business. We have with us Ms. Riya Chandre Patil. She's the founder of JOSA, a woman voice here we're very proud of, and she's the senator coach at JCI. And we'd like for you, ma'am, to please come here and share a few words. She's going to be speaking to us. A big round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening, one and all.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't need a mic actually, but I will take. So, I'm here today to talk about JCOM. Now, if you see here in the corner, networking partner. They have said networking partner is JCOM. Everyone must be wondering what is JCOM, which company is this, right? So at some point of time, we should know what is JCOM. When we have big leaders like JCCI and EDCs in this room, small room, I'm very proud to say that JCOM is one of the finest background and upcoming business growth background which is happening not only in Goa but in 126 countries, and very much started by JCI India, which is a parent organization and backed with a huge decades of experience of 1950. We started in 1950. So I have, first of all, I have privilege to collaborate with SearchKar, and I'm very much thankful to Suraj, who is again a JCOM member, to be a part of this wonderful event, innovative event. If you see a room full of people, I must say I'm very proud to say that 30% are JCOM members. And I'm very much, JCOM members, can we have a big round of applause for yourself, please? When we talk about economy and when we talk about globalization, when this is something which is growing organically everywhere, not only in Goa, but everywhere. Being a senator, being a JCI member, being a zone chairman of JCOM Zone 11, which is one of the zones. We have 29 zones, by the way. And Zone 11 represents Goa and Western Maharashtra. So I am representing that. I am the zone chairman of JCI India, which is JCOM, and I'm very proud of it. When we talk about JCOM, why JCOM? Why there are a lot of business organizations are there. But JCOM is something different, which is really growing organically. Why? Because we have different kinds of meeting. When we talk about JCI India and JCOM, it is leadership skill qualities and the development of your own self. So talk about EDC's program, about entrepreneur development program. But mind you, an entrepreneur is born on his own. So let me be this humbly I'm telling you, because an entrepreneur is born on its own, and we as an entrepreneur with JCI India backing, we are developing on its own with leadership skill and development skills, personally as well as business wise. So along with this, why I see JCI India plays a vital role in here is welfare funds. We as JCI India in JCOM, once you are becoming a member of JCOM, you become member of JCI India as well. And 30% of the people sitting here doesn't know that this advantage is with them also. You know, we have something called as welfare fund, which we give, no insurance company is with us, but then we give as a JCI India, we give this welfare fund of 30 lakhs. Once you become a JC member and continue to become year on year, you get welfare fund of 30 lakhs. With unforeseen circumstances, with the sad demise of yours, you know, your family gets advantage of such kind of things. So with this, I am always saying that kar bhala so ho bhala. Once JCs is always JCs. When you do something for others, definitely it will come back in thousands and in millions. Thank you very much, and I always have the privilege of SearchKar.in, and I'm thankful. And Jessica is also a JCOM member, by the way. Thank you very much.
She's doing a wonderful thing. Well, I think the point of what ma'am was trying to say, and I think we're underlining this. This is not just, these are different people telling you to join or know about different organizations. I'm sure you're sitting down there half wanting to scroll on your phone and thinking, well, what next? I think the world is going to change, and it keeps changing. It's not going to change aaj ke kal. But the idea is the more you're affiliated with different places and different people, that is your visibility, that is your growth, that is the change. I think that's the underlining subject for today. It is connect, collaborate, and grow. Once again, I think my job, what ma'am is trying to say is, if you post something today, ma'am, and if you put it out there into the world and say it is your organization, what's the name of your organization? I'm sorry. IDFC Bank. Now when IDFC puts something over there, IDFC gets 20 people looking at it. But then when IDFC puts it with Deepika Padukone, IDFC gets 40,000 people looking at it, right? I'm giving you an example. When you go ahead and post something online and then you collaborate with someone, the two people put together brings that much more synergy. That is SearchKar for you, or that is GCCI for you, that is EDC for you. Your strength doubles. The reason why we are in this room, just to underline for anybody who's very young into business, the more you collaborate with the people who are around you, doesn't have to be only the organizations, your potential exponentially grows, and that's the plan. Having said that, I think I've come to the right to introduce this. Leon Coutinho is here, Shaunak is here from IDFC Bank, and they're going to be speaking about you. So we've done the business bit, and now we're going to come straight to the money bit. They're going to speak to you for a bit, they're going to share something that they have for you, and then, ladies and gentlemen, there's a pen and paper in front of you. Time to get yourself ready, because you're going to be introducing your organization to the entire room. Put your pen and paper. First, let's hear to IDFC, and then we're coming straight to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leon Coutinho. I head the current account channel for IDFC. I look after Panjim, Margaon, and Maksa branch. And I have Shaunak with me, who look after cash credit and overdraft facilities also. I just did a small presentation wherein I'll be telling you about a bank. As you know, there are a lot of banks also available over here. The private sector has around 15, the government banks which are now come down to 7. So IDFC as a bank, it got licensed in 2015 by RBI, and it's almost 10 years we are there in the market. So why IDFC First Bank is because there was a merger between IDFC Bank and Capital First, which was a NBFC, like how Bajaj Finance is there. So we got our name to IDFC First Bank. IDFC was started by the Government of India in 1997 as an autonomous body for financing big infrastructure projects in India, but we went into the banking sector. So our vision mostly is guided by ethics, technology, and be a force for social good, and to build a world-class bank in India. So I handle the current account channel, so I'll be very crisp and quick on the presentation over here. So the key USPs of a current account, we have increased cash deposit limits. A lot of banks provide current account, but our current accounts, we give that flexibility of a higher cash deposit limit. We give anywhere banking concept. If you open an account in Margaon branch, you can operate all over India. There are no extra charges. There are no extra fees taken, which the other banks take. 40 plus current account services we offer with zero fee. Okay, like statements, RTGS, NEFTs, that I'll show on the last slide. Anywhere banking, I have explained to you all. To do payments seamlessly, we have introduced bulk payment facilities, which is free of cost, which other banks give as an additional facility. We have embedded it in our net banking, where you can pay 100 people also with one OTP. So there is convenience of payments also, which we offer. Then we have auto sweep facility for people who are maintaining higher balances in your current accounts, because you don't get interest in current accounts. So we have current accounts wherein automatic money books into FDs, and you start getting interest in that. Our net banking interface is highly rated. Our mobile banking interface is highly rated on Google Play Store. It's like 4.8 out of 5. So a lot of good feedbacks of customers also have come. Multi-feature QR code also we offer. As QR code, you all know, we can take free payments also. We can give that facility also. So I'll be quick on this, as we have 11 variants of current account. The gold and the platinum mostly are very favorable to distributors because they take a lot of check payments which the retailers pay. Sometimes there are check bounces and all which we don't charge. Other banks charge from 250 to 600 per check bounce. We don't charge anything. Of course, you need to maintain average monthly balances for it, which we can of course discuss by taking appointments in detail. Then higher cash deposit limit, as I said. Our ATM cards, what we provide for the gold and platinum variants are you can withdraw from any ATM from any bank. There are no charges up to 1 lakh to 2 lakhs per day, and even the swiping limits are on the higher side over there. Dedicated relationship manager also we give, as they are very important, as there is always a service thing for the current accounts. It's not like you open the savings account, you set up your net banking, then you're on your own, but current accounts always you have to come back to the bank for something or another. So we give that facility also. For different segments, we have different current account for professionals who are doctors, lawyers, who are CAs. We have current accounts for them also, which they can open in their name. But for startups also, we have certain current accounts which are favorable for them, as we have introduced a startup account wherein, since incorporation date for startups, we don't commit any balances which they have to keep for the first 3 years. So that also is there. Then merchant multiplier accounts and the agri-business accounts are for the small merchants and the agriculture business. And for people who are into import and export, we have certain 2 variants of current accounts where we don't charge for outward remittances. Inward remittances also is absolutely free of cost. First startup account, a few short of that, like no charges, as I explained to you all, no charges on checkbooks on the left hand side, and the dynamic professional account is for the doctors or professionals like CAs, the advocates. This is the World Bank account. WBA is the World Bank account for import-export businesses. So this features mainly we have embedded in our top current account, that is the platinum account, where money automatically goes into FDs, as I have told you. So we call it Bravo Auto Sweep facility, which is available for people. You get an interest rate of 6.75 when the FDs are booked. More elaboration for the how it works, like the FDs, the threshold limit starts with 2 lakhs. Automatic money goes into FDs. You can increase the threshold limit to 5, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs as per your requirement. 6.75 is the FD which is booked for 370 days. And so for more convenience with us for banking, as you know, all banks offer WhatsApp this also. So what you can do from WhatsApp also, you can place a checkbook request, stop payment of checks, balance request, mini statements. All these facilities, what you can do, it's absolutely free of cost. Bitly banking is like a digital process wherein people who want to order for checkbook or a debit card, they have to write an application or fill an application form. Here we do it. You have to just call your manager. He places the request and SMS comes to you. You accept the SMS and directly your request is done. So you don't need to come to the bank also to do it. You can do this also from your mobile banking app, which all of you all might be knowing also. So net banking and mobile banking, what you can do is, we provide this maker checker facilities also for businessmen who are, if they want people to initiate transfers from their assistants or from their accounts, they can raise a request from their mobile banking. The directors or the partners or the proprietors can approve it. Then retail solution, how to do the payments and collections. So collections you can do through QR code, you can do through swiping machines, you can do to payment gateways also. We can provide for all the current account and all the different constitutions also. So zero fee banking, as I told you, 41 commonly used banking services which we don't charge. We have given here in detail also. More of the charges. Thank you. So Shaunak will take over and just tell you about the cash credit and the overdraft facilities.
Good evening everyone. I am Shaunak. I basically handle the business banking division for IDFC First Bank in Goa. So there are total 7 branches that we have in Goa, and I'm heading all the 7 branches for this particular product. So working capital finance is something that your businesses require for day-to-day business activities. So basically we are here to facilitate the same. So we have products like overdraft, cash credit, term loan, and loan against property. So basically, OD is something that is required for your day-to-day business activities, for your meeting your business expenses in the form of salary payments, probably in the form of your administrative expenses, etc. We also facilitate in purchase of offices. We facilitate towards purchase of industrial shade. So we have these particular facilities with the bank, and at a very good interest rate. You are promoting the same. So if anything is there, we are definitely here to facilitate the new businesses and the existing vintage businesses in the market as well. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Well, as you can see, Novotel is bringing in the food, but we do not want to get that into the way of you introducing yourself. This is how it's going to work out, okay? First thing, I want you to face the room. So wherever you are, if the mic reaches you, can you look at the people to you? So if you're sitting this side, can you face everybody there so they can see you? Secondly, I want you to not just say the name of your organization, because that might not ring a bell to people. Try, and I know I'm trying to babyfy this, but we've got a very short span of time. So you're going to have to say your name. You're going to have to say, of course, the name of your organization, but how do people recognize you? Because if I see, I'm a compere, right? If someone says, hey, I do events, immediately a light bulb fixes in, and I'm going to say, I need to go to that person and get his phone number before he leaves the room. So try